The world is a vampire.
Scoop it up. Brad Haley will score. Can you believe what you just saw? 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45. There goes Davis. Oh my God. Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game.
Hey, let's go. Get in here. Get in here right now. Get in here.
You are now watching College Football Frenzy. Here are your hosts, JJ Seglio and Jake Marino.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of College Football Frenzy. Jake, we are halfway through the season. This is absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, and another week that for sure did not disappoint. Again, I said it last week, I'm going to say it again. We haven't yet caught that week where there's been really bad college football. I don't think it's going to come. I don't think we're going to get one this week. Not this week, for the rest of the season.
This is beautiful. I absolutely love it. This is fantastic. And we had ourselves a pretty chaotic week of college football once again, per usual. This is kind of becoming the standard, if you will, at this point. But another day, another disappointing result for the Black Knights. But they lost this one in absolutely incredible fashion. Talk to me about
heartbreak fashion. I don't know if I don't know if you saw the game-winning touchdown, but it hit off of three people, right? And that I think that's just like the story how the game went, right? A couple offensive penalties that were questionable for the Black Knights, and I thought their defense was doing a great job containing Retzlaff, and their offense was controlling the game. I think they had like 19 minutes in the first half with the ball, and again, they couldn't get it done in the later half of the game. But again, Tulane's a really talented squad, and now I think they're the favorites to win the American Conference here with with Memphis losing.
Yeah, that was also pretty shocking. Memphis losing to U of AB, University of Alabama, Birmingham. That was shocking.
I thought UAB was going to go downhill after firing Trent Dilfer, but no, maybe it was Dilfer's fault down there.
I always liked Trent Dilfer as the head coach over at UAB, but I mean, we're going to see how this goes over time. But to just take you through a couple of the results over the weekend that were, I would say, kind of chaotic. On Friday night, Nebraska. And you wanted to know why I didn't rank Nebraska in my rankings? Last night showed you why. This is not a good football team.
No.
It's an incredibly lucky football team is what Nebraska is.
And I think I was riding high with Matt Rule here and Dylan Raiola. And Minnesota, they've been really having a nice season so far. They got off to a shaky start, but they really playing some good, clean football in the month of October.
The Gophers,
I think that's their third. Is that their third win in a row?
Gophers are on a 2-game win streak. They are 5-2 right now in the Big Ten. They are having themselves a very strong campaign. I'm truly impressed with how well they played.
Yeah, that was a punch in the mouth.
Yeah, I'm truly impressed with the way that the Golden Gophers were able to handle their business. And then, of course, a couple other late results. North Carolina, man, Jesus Christ. That was brutal.
Yep, that's a choke job right there.
You get inside the 20-yard line and you fumble the ball into the end zone. Like,
just silly mistakes cost you big games like that.
I know. And I know you're sitting there and you're just watching North Carolina and smiling about how much of a failure Bill Belichick, the hiring, has been over in Chapel. I know you're sitting there loving this and enjoying it. Because you said to me you're an avid hater of Bill Belichick. Is what you told me.
And again, this brings so much joy just to see that program really just go downhill after hiring Bill Belichick. I don't think he's brought anything good to the Tar Heels program.
Nothing.
So far. I think they're just losing. They're losing everything now.
To say that the hire has been a disaster is an incredible understatement. Like, I don't think people are realizing how poor of a decision it was to hire this man. I thought it was okay. I figured he was going to have a little bit of trouble, adjust. Sorry if I'm yawning a little bit. I had a long-ass day. Sorry if I knew he was going to have trouble adjusting. I didn't think he was going to be this bad. Like,
No.
this is
And looking at their schedule, it seemed like they were pretty. I don't want to call the other teams were bad or anything, but they looked like they had a cupcake schedule so far.
They did.
Just they really couldn't do anything with it. So again, it's gonna shock concern for their off season. I don't even think they're gonna be bowl eligible at the end of the year.
Probably not. An attack on that situation. As we follow things up throughout all of college football on Saturday, there are some crazy results. Florida State losing to Stanford.
It's just a really terrible ACC weekend right here.
Awful. But to make things even better, the other joke of the country, Penn State, with their 4th straight loss, this time to the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Yeah.
Put up 20 points. That's unacceptable.
Yeah.
But take it through some other results.
Expectations, Penn State or Carolina here.
Yeah, go a little bit faster, rapid fire results. Cincinnati beats Oklahoma State 49-17. Another dominant showing by the Bearcats. Brendan Sorsby goes 20 for 29 with 273 passing touchdowns. The Bearcats are looking like a legitimate Big 12 team. Missouri with the triple overtime win against the Auburn Tigers. That was nuts.
Oh, Drinkowitz, man. He thought he had that game-winning field goal. I thought it was good for a second.
That was so funny.
I thought it went in.
Gavin and I were live for that, and we saw his reaction. He's running off the field, and he's like,
"Yeah, I thought it went in for a second too."
He was left speechless.
Yeah,
and I'm getting a clip for that. UCF. No, fuck USF. Jesus Christ. USF.
South Florida.
Dominant. 5. I get it's FAU. Byron Brown is absolutely incredible. To say that he's honestly looking like a Maxwell Award winner the way that he's been playing. But a couple of other results. The Syracuse Orange shit their pants on national television. Not a big surprise there. Pitt goes out and embarrasses them. The Panthers will
hold on. I think the score doesn't show how well Syracuse defense has played. They were just on the field the whole time. Syracuse would get the ball over Rich Collins, it'd be an interception or a 3-and-out, right? And then they go to the third stringer, and he just didn't have much life. They really didn't give him the ability to throw the ball a little bit when you're down by so much. So I don't think Syracuse's defense did a bad job. They were just on the field for too long.
I do have some good news, by the way, Jake. The Oregon State Beavers have won a football game.
Yeah.
The bad news is it was against fucking Lafayette. FCS team. Texas with a massive scare in overtime against Kentucky.
Yeah. I don't. Texas is really falling apart.
Texas is definitely tipping the scales a little bit. Like, you don't know what to expect with that team.
Yeah, this is such a weird year in college football.
It feels bizarre.
I wonder, what it's going to be for college basketball. Because somewhat there's a ties in between there.
As long as the Iona Gales do well, I don't care what happens in college basketball. Hawaii beats Colorado State. Colorado State just dissolved your program. UCLA with their 3rd straight win, beating Maryland.
They beat a good Maryland team. They're playing good ball. 3 games in a row.
Maryland just can't win in October, I'm convinced.
No.
Virginia Cavaliers remain undefeated. They won off a safety. That game was ridiculous. I think we both agree on that. But not as ridiculous as what happened at Piscataway this past weekend. The Oregon Ducks win 56-10 with 750 yards of offense.
That's probably more yardage from the from Piscataway to the end of Jersey Shore, man. Holy crap. They ran up and down the Garden State.
They were literally up 42-3 at halftime.
Yeah.
Spread was 17 and a half.
Yeah. Rutgers' season went downhill after losing to Minnesota.
Rutgers' season has gone downhill because they won't fire Greg Schiano.
Yep. And that.
The Knights are a joke. The Texas A&M Aggies suffered a scare of their own this past weekend in Fayetteville. What do you know? Another SEC team struggling against Arkansas.
Yeah. And
and who beat them 56-13? We did.
Maybe they should join a conference. We talked about it a little more.
I mean, people want to say it, but this is what pissed me off is whenever we blew them out, we're like, oh, there's nothing to worry about. It's Arkansas. Meanwhile, Texas A&M, Ole Miss, and Tennessee have all struggled against Arkansas.
Yeah.
And then to follow things up, the Florida Gators defeat the Mississippi State Bulldogs off a game-winning interception by a defensive lineman.
But I think they're gonna be 2-0 this week.
And I know there's a lot of Gators fans that are watching. And yes, your nightmare is over. Billy Napier has been fired.
I was gonna say they went to it. It's impossible to go 2-0 in a week in a weekend for a college football team. But
the very next day he was fired.
Yeah. He said I don't know if you watched the press conference after the game. He said he was gonna relax, and then boom, clipped.
Didn't even waste any time.
Nope.
Also, special shout out to the North Texas Mean Green. They got their act together. They put up another whopping 55 points because that's just what the Mean Green does.
I think they're the best, one of the best offenses in the American. It's hard to say South Florida is
one of the best offenses in college football, period.
And college football as well.
They put up 40 a game. It's remarkable. And also to shout out the James Madison Dukes, specifically Alonzo Barnett, with 6 touchdowns against the Monarchs.
Dude, going back to American conference teams, Temple put up 49 on Charlotte.
Yeah, Temple's honestly, this is probably
Temple's
one of the best.
2-1 in the conference right now.
Temple's this is one of the best Temple teams I've ever seen. I've never seen Temple play this good. It's a day ending in Y, and the Clemson Tigers lose again. Shocker. Ohio State blows the doors off Wisconsin 34-0. Boise State picks up a dominant win, 56-31 over UNLV. Indiana remains undefeated. Coastal Carolina with a big win at App State, 45-37. They are now legitimately a contender to win the Sun Belt. And to sum things up, there's a couple of games left.
Dude, I don't know if
Oklahoma beating up on South Carolina. Not a big surprise there.
Well,
TCU and Baylor with a shootout. Let's not forget that as well.
What about another ACC team losing? Boston College, man. To
Brutal.
UConn.
Brutal.
That's
fire,
bad.
Fire everyone.
What was the ACC record this week? Was it like 2 and something?
Yeah, it was bad. I think it was because the only teams that won in the ACC were Louisville,
and
SMU.
Yeah.
Virginia, it's 3.
All right, that's 3.
Pitt, okay, never mind. There's more teams that won than I thought.
All right, but that was all right. I think
most of the good teams lost, though, if you really look at it that way.
Yeah.
Georgia Tech suffers a scare at Durham. That was pathetic.
I don't think it was much of a scare. You gotta think you're giving Duke way too less credit over here.
I don't care. Of course, the battle of the mediocre Big 12 teams sees the Houston Cougars knock off the Arizona Wildcats. And then finally, my Washington Huskies got flat out mauled by Michigan
I was
Wolverine.
waiting for you to say that.
Huskies, you've officially lost my respect. You got absolutely mauled. That'll sum it up for the weekly recap. Let's get into the big game. So I've had a segment that says, quote, down go the frauds. And half the time I have to say the word again. Well, guess what? Another fraud went down this week, and it is the LSU Tigers losing to the Vanderbilt Commodores.
Yeah.
I didn't think it could be done.
I didn't think so either.
They did.
No disrespect to Diego over there, but I just thought LSU was I thought they were going to be playing better defense, right? And Gio went out there, so I don't, give a hell attitude.
Now I have to guess what? Now we get to watch Brian Kelly putting his fist through the desk every time he does a press conference. Now, whenever LSU loses, I just refer to that clip.
It's right there.
No, that's Aaron Boone.
I know, but
it's right there in front of us. Still one of the greatest ever.
And the thing is, it's right there in front of us.
It's right there in front of us. It's fantastic. Never gets old. LSU, you're a dunce. But the real fraud that lost this week, and I can't believe I'm saying this, a fraud. I can't believe it. I thought they were done with this bullshit, but I guess not. These fuckers did it again. How do you keep doing this?
Yeah.
Seriously.
I think Carson Beck had a Sam Darnold incident. He kept seeing ghosts.
No, this is the Carson Beck that I came to expect. I was waiting for a game where we got 4 interceptions a game, Carson
That
Beck.
was just brutal. And then he goes out and calls out his own tight end on that last interception that sealed the game. From my understanding, why are you throwing the ball there?
Yeah.
Why are you doing that?
You were only down by, what was the final score? It was 24-21.
Why don't you kick the field goal? You're at home. You have a chance to win it at home in overtime. You're the better team than Louisville. You have to outlast them, right? You're going to do it.
The minute that they got that fumble, I immediately thought they were winning the game. Right away. Yeah. The minute I saw the fumble,
I thought momentum.
Winning this game.
I was like, momentum is going to Hurricanes. They're going to win it here. But wow. Miller Moss, man. Miller Moss.
I'm stunned. I am absolutely stunned.
Kept his cool. 248 passing yards.
Great game for the Louisville Cardinals. That team is legit. Like, they're destructive this year. But also, I want to give a big shout out to another top 10 team. So my college teams did fantastic. My picks were not fantastic. As another team
terrible.
Another team I was high on lost.
Yeah.
The goddamn Texas Tech Red Raiders.
I think we were both saying how Arizona State is just not what they were last year. And they went out there and they played like the team they were last year.
Now that Texas Tech lost, I mean, seriously, who the fuck is going to win this conference?
You don't know. It's a coin flip. It's a coin flip.
It's not a coin flip because there's a million options.
Let's just coin flip before any team.
Yeah, let's just go over the options. We've got Texas Tech, if that was a one-game fluke. The BYU Cougars have entered themselves back into the conversation.
Undefeated.
With a big win in the Holy War, which the fact that they're over Notre Dame in the AP poll is a joke, but we can hear and talk about that in just a little bit. But to make the situation worse, you also have TCU is still relevant. You've got Cincinnati. They're establishing themselves. Iowa State still has only one loss.
We're gonna find out who are going to be emerge as a top 4 in the next couple of weeks here with play coming up.
Oh wait, never mind. I would say lost to Colorado. I forgot about that. Jesus Christ, that's bad.
That was a bad loss. But Sam Leavitt, 320 passing yards.
And then of course we have the Houston Cougars. They're relatively.
Can't forget the Cougs.
3-1 in the conference. Hell, ASU is a shot. They're 3-1 in the conference. And like TCU, they're a game back. Utah, they're a game back. Kansas State, by the grace of God, they are somehow 2-2 in the conference. If they win out, they have a legit shot at making the conference championship.
Yeah.
Big 12 is an absolute shithouse, and I love it. But also, speaking of shithouses, Lane Kiffin suffers his first loss as Ole Miss falls to the Dogs.
Yeah.
What do you think about this game?
I really thought that Ole Miss was going to win here. It sucks to see them losing to Kirby Smart. But again,
they came out guns blazing in that first half.
They were playing really good in the first half, scoring 21 points. And even in the third quarter, they put up 2 touchdowns.
Trinidad looked so good in the first half.
Yeah. And then just not doing enough in the fourth quarter. Couldn't get the defense off the field. Georgia takes advantage. No points in the
fourth quarter.
No points. Georgia, yes, I thought they were the better team here. Right?
Tip your cap to Gunner. Tip your cap to
give it to him,
Gunner Stockton.
Got to. Both quarterbacks I thought played pretty well, though.
They did. It was a very good game for quarterback play. If you love quarterback play, then this was the game for you. It was a fun game to watch. Oh, yeah. No. Defenses were non-existent in that case. You know where defense was existent? Alabama, Tennessee.
Oh, yeah.
You want to talk about setting the tone? Try a 99-yard pick six to end the half. To put you up by 16, and you are getting the ball.
I told you. Tennessee had no chance going down. into Alabama. They had zero.
If they can't beat Georgia in Knoxville, how the fuck are you going to win in Tuscaloosa?
This Alabama team is scary. I wouldn't want to play them in the playoffs here. I would not want to play them in the playoffs.
I'm truly amazed how good they've been since that FSU game.
Ty Simpson, man.
Yeah. I'm now convinced
he's really having a nice year.
I think that game was just a fluke at this point. It really was.
Bama's back.
Bama is back. Y'all called them dead. Unfortunately, they're back. And you and I, we are all going to have to suffer that through this together because fuck everything. But to keep things moving with the show, we also got to talk about the Holy War because we definitely need to go deeper into this game. What did you think watching this duel between Devin Dampier and Bear Bachmeier? Shout out the number 47, by the way.
I think like 3 of the quarters, they were really, they couldn't get themselves going until the fourth quarter, right? There was just really, it was a holy war between the defense, man. They did their job, and BYU just really capped it off, right?
I'll tell you what right now. The Utah Utes, they played a very solid game, but they had absolutely no answer for LJ Martin. LJ Martin, 126 yards, 26 carries, 122 rushing yards. Phenomenal. Devin Dampier, that interception is really going to come back to haunt him for the remainder of the game. To make matters worse, not a bad game by Daniel Bray whatsoever, but they just did not have it. The passing game was just not there in the second half, and they folded. They folded. No point. It was a stalemate in the first and third quarter. It would have honestly, I'm being serious, would have been a tie game if Utah would have hit a field goal or had 10 points.
I think they were going there
in the second quarter.
I think on the road, you got to take the points no matter what.
It was a very fun game to watch, though. I enjoyed it. But
BYU's doing fine without Red Sox.
BYU stays undefeated. But the one game that I want to talk about, and this is my favorite time, ladies and gentlemen, y'all tried to say it was different this year. Little brother syndrome. Little brother syndrome strikes again in South Bend as the Fighting Irish do what they do best, and that is beat the living shit out of USC. They did it again. And the MVPs of this game, Jeremiah Love, Jadarian Price.
Yep. And
unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I woke up that morning, Saturday morning, and I texted my friend that's a big Notre Dame fan, right? I said, if Notre Dame is going to win today, they're going to have to use both of the running backs and fucking pound the run game. And sure enough, they did.
Jeremiah
Sure enough, they did.
24 carries, 265.
This guy, get him in West Point, dude. Holy crap. That's some Army football right there.
Got some Kanye Udo stat line right there.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Love literally averaged 9.5 yards a carry.
It's ridiculous. Shout out to the O-line.
Shout out to the O-line. Yeah, shout out to the offensive line. They played amazing. But there is one thing I do want to mention. If you are listening to this and you are an ACC referee, stay the fuck away from my college. Stay the fuck away. I'm tired of seeing your asses. I really am. Do you know what the biggest discrepancy about this game was? USC had 5 penalty yards. You know how many Notre Dame had?
55.
96.
Yeah.
96. Every single flag, every time that USC threw an incompletion, flag.
Still didn't stop them.
I know. To make matter, yeah, and it was unbelievable. But the clip, and I'm gonna honestly, because I feel like I have to pull up this clip that was shown. It was when Jadarian Price ran the kickoff back. I'm just gonna play for you my raw audio so you could just hear my reaction because I broke the sound barrier twice on this clip. Let me find the audio for you real fast. Here we go. Where is it? Oh my God, there goes Jadarian Price, the 40, 45, 50. Go! Let's fucking go! Come on! Yeah.
Yeah.
Jadarian Price's 100-yard kick return completely changed the game. And USC did not recover from that. They had no answers from there on out. Granted, Notre Dame played a fantastic game. Ran at 308 yards 306 rush yards. CJ Carr, man, what the fuck was that, bro? You have to figure out these fucking turnovers. That's my biggest takeaway with him. But the defense in the fourth quarter.
Stepping up on
points.
Jordan, man.
No points left. Jaden Maeva played okay. I wouldn't really say
it
was his fault.
328 yards.
Yeah, that passing game is ridiculous. But there's a play that I need to bring up, and it was a play that was made by Mekhi Lemon. And I'm not sure if you know what play I'm talking about. So basically, this to me was one of the most bizarre plays I've ever seen. I'm gonna pull up this clip for you now, actually, like on Twitter. Because this to me is one of the most mind-blowing plays I've ever seen in college football. I've never seen this before. So basically, I'm not even gonna try to like explain it. And by the way, Mekhi Lemon is an absolute machine. I will give the man credit where credit is due. He is a fantastic player. Him and Ja'Cory Lane are destructive motherfuckers. All right, so can you see the screen?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so this is the play that changed the game.
They'll pitch it to Lemon instead. Lemon looked like he was trying to throw it. Lost the ball. Notre Dame is there.
So let's just break this down slowly. Okay, so it looks like they're trying to run some sort of option pass. So Lemon's going to the right. This is the first ever JJ Segs film session live on the show. Crashing down on this play is a Don Schuler and Kingston Viliamuasa. Why Lemon didn't cut back up the other way and just run, I don't know. But as you can see right here, Schuler gets the hand on it. Lemon, I guess, tried to get rid of the ball, but the ball rolls backwards, and to swarm on it is Kingston Viliamuasa. From that play on, that changed the entirety of the game.
Yeah, I think that brought the crowd more into it. The intensity was through the roof.
And by the way, the weather was an atrocity.
No, yeah,
it was raining.
That's some
bad.
That's some northeastern football right there.
With that kind of rain, yeah, I was a little bit surprised.
And the wind gusts.
Yeah, it was rough for sure. But to follow that up, let's hop into this week's rankings. I feel like my rankings are a little bit better than they were last week. If I can actually pull them up this time, which would be really, really nice. But, this thing can be a little glitchy at times. So let's get this going. Right here. These are my rankings for this week. Honestly, not much changed.
No.
Except for the middle of the pack. The middle of the pack is a fucking free-for-all.
Yeah. But that's gonna be it's gonna be hard going later into the season where you're gonna have to, I guess, finalize these teams and what spots they truly deserve to be in.
And I hate to say it, but this is the reality of the situation. Georgia Tech's overrated. They don't have a single good win on their schedule. And I love Georgia Tech. I'm a huge Haynes King fan. It's literally all going to come down to that Georgia game.
Yeah.
Do you have any takes?
You think if you think they lose, Georgia Tech loses, they're going to be dropped?
Depends on
badly?
how bad. Depends how bad it is.
Yeah. I'm talking they lose by I'd say lose by 28.
Yeah, they're out of the top 12.
They're out. Okay.
So do you have any major takeaways from my top 25?
No. I could completely agree with this. I like how Cincinnati's earned their respect more and more every single week. They're up at 20 here. Louisville staying in there, top 20. USF being in there. Virginia moving up to top 15, right?
Missouri went down, but that's because they had such a bad result against Auburn.
Yeah. They had a scare. LSU, I guess you could still throw them in there, for the bottom 5, right? I thought they played. They really didn't play that good, but you still know they are still a pretty good team, and they deserve to be in the top 25.
Also, I'm not ranking Michigan after that fucking Washington game.
No,
I'm not.
No, that's not enough. That's not enough.
Utah, however, I think that BYU game is a game they should have won. And I think they're going to be up in this top 25 very soon. But that's my top 25 for a reason. Let's now give you the official top 25 by the amazing experts over at the Associated Press. Because apparently they know everything about college football, though I believe the AP system should be abolished. There you go. That is this week's AP Top 25. I have a major gripe with this list.
I honestly think this is going to be similar to the end of the season.
I don't understand how BYU beats the number 23 team by 3. We beat the number 20 team by 10, yet they are above us.
Yeah, I think again, yeah, that's the one thing I do have against this.
It's just because they're undefeated. I think that's the only reason why. Also,
but hey,
Indiana
you're gonna see it soon.
Also, Indiana at number 2. I pray to God these fuckers lose, man. I'm tired of their shit.
Yeah, Ohio State back, staying at 1.
And I'm moving up to number 3. That loss is now getting better and better.
Bama back into form, man.
Yeah, Bama's back in the top 5. Georgia's in the top 5. It's something.
Vandy cracking the top 10 here.
Vandy's in the top 10. Ole Miss at number 8. Miami at number 9. I'm surprised they stayed in the top
floating.
10. Oklahoma's moving back up. Missouri and Vandy.
Texas Tech is still in the top 15.
I think they are. I would have kept them there, but you know how they treat, those Big 12 schools. Anyway, that will sum it up for the AP Top 25 as we now move on to the Week 9 predictions. Now, and that begs the question, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the CFP rankings come out Week 10, I believe.
I think so. That's in 2 weeks. It's the first week of November.
Yeah, the CFP rankings.
Halloween weekend.
Yeah, they will be coming out. I'm just looking at this article real fast. College World Playoff ranking schedule will start November 4th. It's when it will officially.
All right.
We are 2 weeks away from the college playoff rankings. I cannot wait for that. It's going to be. I'm super excited. But let's move on with the show and begin this week's pick'ems. I feel like I'm doing. I did okay last week. I'm not overly thrilled about it though. As we now jump into this week's games, and this week's slate is a big one. I love this slate. So we start things off with Ole Miss and Oklahoma.
This is gonna be a tough one here. JJ, what do you think first here? Who do you got?
It's so hard to win in Norman.
Yeah.
The game that's going to determine whether or not the Sooners are a legitimate playoff team. They looked really good against South Carolina, but that Ole Miss offense, man, is too scary. I'm going to take the Rebels.
I'm going to split the difference here with you. I'm going to go John Mateer. Although I do think Ole Miss, I think if they get a couple of turnovers in this game, they're going to get to John Mateer and they're going to win it here. Ole Miss, again, their high-powered offense, right? I think Sooners are going to pull it off, but again, Ole Miss is a great team.
Yeah,
I was close here, man. It's going to be close. It's going to be by a field goal.
I was thinking Oklahoma at first. Next up, we've got USF versus Memphis. So the American getting some representation.
God, I'm going to go Memphis here. Despite them losing last week to UAB, I think their coaching staff is going to be working them extra hard this week. Give me the Tigers here.
Not so fast, my friend. Give me Byron Brown and the USF Bulls. Missouri and Vanderbilt. If you would have told me that College Game Day would be headed to fucking Vanderbilt, I'd call you insane. Which, by the way, was 1,000% the right move.
I agree. They flexed that game, right? Because I saw it was either 12:30, 3:15, or 7:30.
3:30.
Is it 3:30 now? I don't. Why is that not a night game?
Because Texas A&M LSU is happening.
Well, LSU just lost. I feel like they shouldn't.
Unfortunately, the game is in Death Valley.
Anyways, all right, whatever. But I think that Missouri's gonna win it here. I'm disrespecting Vandy again. But I hope they prove me wrong, but I'm going to go Missouri here with Drinkowitz.
Not so fast, my friend. Give me Diego Pavia. I'm believing in the hype. They're probably going to lose this week. I'm going with the Commodores. BYU and Iowa State.
BYU, man.
That's your picking?
Yep.
I'm also going BYU, but I would not be shocked if Iowa State won this game.
Yeah. So this is if Iowa State loses, their conference runs over.
Illinois and Washington.
Oh, Washington looked horrible last week. Their offense looked atrocious against that Michigan defense. With that being said, give me number 23, Illinois.
Yeah, Washington, you have a lot of time before I give you my respect again. Minnesota and Iowa.
Oh.
I believe this is a rivalry involved.
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
Iowa beat Penn State down.
Oh, shit.
They got it on in the phone.
Oh, my God. It's this rivalry. It's the fucking pig rivalry. You know what that is? The Florida Rosedale.
Where's it being played?
It's being played, I believe, in Iowa City. Yes, it is. But this is the crazy thing about it. The rivalry trophy, and I'm being so serious when I say this, it's remarkable. The rivalry trophy is a literal pig. Look at this. That's incredible.
That's awesome.
That being said, I'm going with the Golden Gophers.
Gophers are going to get the pig. They're going to get the pig.
The Gophers get the pig. Next up, we've got San Diego State, Fresno State. So we're giving a little bit of love to the Mountain West. I like it.
Yeah. We haven't really covered them much this season. Give me Aztecs here.
Not so fast again. I'm going with the Bulldogs. Baylor and Cincinnati. If Baylor loses, their season's done. If Cincinnati loses, then the Big 12 becomes wide open. I'm going with the Bearcats at home.
I am going to roll with you on that one. Baylor's conference season would pretty much be over this week.
Yeah, pretty much. Next up is I forgot about. Hold on just a second. Oh, shit. We got some FCS action.
What is going on?
I love it. I absolutely love it. We got FCS representation. We got North Dakota State. We got South Dakota State. Now, if you know me well enough, then you know that at College Football 25, I became the head coach of the South Dakota State Jackrabbits. Took them to back-to-back natties. If you think that I'm going to go against my Jackrabbits, you don't know who I am. South Dakota State, major upset in where are they from? Oh, my God.
How is that a major upset?
In Brookings.
They're both 7-0.
I'm pretty sure the Bison are the favorites. Either way, I'm going with the Jackrabbits.
All right. Anyways, I'm going against you here. I'm going to go with Carson Wentz's alma mater. Give me the North Dakota State Bison here. He couldn't get it done on Sunday.
Love it. Yeah.
But NDS will go to 8-0.
Dude, I absolutely love that this is a game that that's featured.
That's actually great.
This is.
I wonder how many people are going to bet on that.
I'm betting on that shit. You already know who I'm fucking taking. Got to go with my guys, of course. Oh, we do have a couple of other games to mention. Oh, we've got Kansas versus Kansas State. I believe that rivalry is called the Sunflower Showdown, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Sunflower Showdown. Kansas versus Kansas State. Got a lot of rivalries this week. Yeah. With that being said, I'm going to rock with Jalen Daniels and the Kansas Jayhawks. Give me them too. All right, I like it. I was going to say they're ending whatever false hope they had at, a championship for the Big 12. I'm trying to look down this list and see if they forgot any. I wouldn't be shocked if they did. No. There's one more. Oh, yeah, there's two more. So, first up, we got Paul Bunyan. Michigan State. Oh, it's week 9. This makes more sense. Who's bringing home that amazing Paul Bunyan trophy, Jake?
The Wolverines. Wolverines, man.
It's got to be. If they lose this, man, oh my.
They got really nothing, left to play for this season, but that is not going to discourage them. This is their game outside of Ohio State. Give me the Wolverines here, man.
And lastly, we got Houston versus Arizona State.
I'm going Arizona State here. Sam Levitt looked really good last week. I love the way that their offense played. Give me the Sun Devils here.
I faded them last week. I'm not making that mistake again. Whenever you try to go for a Cougar, the devil comes out of nowhere. I'm going with ASU. And that brings us to our Empire Sports Media game of the week. Texas A&M versus LSU.
Gosh. You're gonna think I'm crazy here.
Would I though? It's a home game in Death Valley.
No. Hear me out. I've been riding the Nuts bus all season long. Do you think I'm gonna get off the station here? I'm not. I'm riding with Garrett Nussmeier and Brian Kelly. Give me the LSU Tigers here at home against the Aggies.
I would not be shocked at all, especially the 1 week that Notre Dame's not playing. We get zero help. That would not surprise me at all. But give me Marcel Reed, Mike Elko, and the Aggies. Gig 'em up, boys. Texas A&M goes on the road and knocks off Brian Kelly's bum asses. By the way, did I tell you what an amazing week of hate watching it was for me? The Hurricanes lost, LSU lost, and the Trojans lost.
I still can't believe the ACC play this league. That was just horrible. That was horrible.
Thank you guys for watching another episode of College Football Frenzy. For Jake Marino, I'm JJ Seggs. Have a great rest of your day. Fight on, bitches.
We're parked out by the tracks. We're sitting in the back and we just started getting busy when she whispered, "What was that?" The wind, I think, 'cause no one else knows where we are, and that was when she started